¿Qué pasó, Pack Nation? It is Pack here. In today's video, I'm talking about my first wish list for NBA 2K21, or the next generation of 2K. That's almost always the biggest jump and biggest change of the game every single time, because when a new 2K game releases, it's usually pretty much the same game. But when it's a new generation, it gets pretty radically different. I want to cover that today, but I'm going to be making a bunch of these, not just one. This one is just about Park, and I'll be making a bunch later on. But let me talk about it, because usually I do these intros quick and then I actually need to talk about it first. But before this video starts, so be an OG, join the Pack Nation, and subscribe. Now, this is what I mean by wish list. So 2K is already probably developing the game, and if anything, it's probably already pretty deep into development, but there's still a lot of time to make tweaks and changes. There's going to be two 2Ks that release. It's the one in September, which will be for the PS4 and the Xbox One X, and then the one for next generation, probably in December when the console releases for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. They're two completely different games. 2K21 is going to be very similar to 2K20. In fact, it might not even change. But the one in next gen for December is going to be one that's completely different, probably, right? Now, so far there has been nothing indicating that the game is going to be delayed. I know a lot of things going on right now that would make it seem like it's going to be delayed. But the PlayStation and Xbox have shown no reason for why they're going to delay, and 2K has shown no reason for why they're going to delay anything. They're even hiring more people than usual at 2K, so maybe it's looking like it's not going to get delayed at the moment. Even though the NBA season, we have no idea when it's going to start. Maybe in July, we shall see. We shall see. Okay. But, okay, getting that across and clear, this is the first wishlist video I'm doing about Park, and it is 5 things I think they need to add or fix for next generation to make Park perfect, and I'll be a happy man. Let's get this video started with an honorable mention, and that is the delay on the game. The reason I had this one as an honorable mention is that this one doesn't only pertain to Park, it pertains to all online modes. There should not be a delay. I've actually mentioned this for the past couple years, but I think this is the first time I want to sit down and really explain what I mean. In any game you play online, if you're playing against someone on another place in the world, right? There's going to be delay, especially if they're even farther. So let's say I play someone against someone right now in China or in Japan or in Australia. They're pretty far away from me, and their servers aren't as strong as maybe ones here in the United States, right? So obviously it takes time for data to get to them. So if I press X to pass the ball, it might take a little bit to get there. Usually, that's not a problem to me. The problem is how bad it is. There's a lot of games that have online modes. Call of Duty, perfect example. It's a AAA game, just like 2K. If I press the trigger button to shoot at someone, in like a millisecond, I'm shooting at someone, especially if they're in the same server or in the same region as I am, like in the United States. Obviously, if I play with somebody in Japan or somewhere farther from me, the latency is going to be pretty bad, but still fine enough to where it's not a big problem. It might take 0.2 seconds, maybe 0.3 seconds, a little worse, but it's still manageable. You won't even really notice it. Servers are, on the other hand, servers are servers. I get that servers aren't perfect. If someone's really far away, you're gonna lag and have connection issues, especially with your internet or someone else's internet. That's understandable. I get servers, but even that servers has been getting better every year, and the console generation really is going to affect servers at all. But the latency, that's the thing I care about. The delay, it should not be a problem anymore. When I press X to pass, I should be passing in that moment, not half a second later. Basketball is a game of reaction time. Like, seriously, basketball really is a game of reaction time. If you know how hard it is to play defense in this game, because you have to basically predict what they're going to do, because you can't keep up with people. You have to predict what people are going to do. That's the only way to play defense in 2K20. That can't be a problem anymore. It needs to be easier. It needs to be immediate responses, and I think 2K can do this. I don't think there should be any more excuses anymore. This needs to get done. Okay. Now at number 5 on the list, I have play calling and switching. So my biggest problem I've been noticing this year is dealing with mismatches. If I'm a center, right, and I'm guarding a small forward rebounding wing that can just shoot lights out, that's a problem for me because I want to stay down low in the post, but my guy's in the corner. Now, obviously, I can ignore the arrows and switch myself, but that creates confusion with your teammates and things like that. I should be able quickly on the menu to switch manually. And as long as your teammate can confirm with you, if I want to guard the slasher and my teammate wants to guard the center, we can switch, no problem. The arrows adjust, now I'm guarding that person from now on. It is super simple and easy to do. You can't do that in the game, and it creates problems defensively. Not only that, if let's say I'm playing against an AI and I don't want to guard the AI anymore, so I can now switch to another player, or from now on we're going to double team a player. That should be an option in the game that would make everything simple and not as confusing for everybody. And I feel like it's fair because that's how basketball works. I think it's something that you could easily add, and I don't see a problem of why they shouldn't be able to add that. The other thing I think they need to add is defensive calling or play calling. If you're playing with randoms or people that don't have a mic, first problem, what defense are we playing? Why are we getting confused? I should be able to tell them, hey, we're going to play sides or we're going to play zone, whatever you want to call it. If my teammate doesn't know that we're going to play sides, guess what? Mismatch after open possession, and they start destroying us. I should be able to put, hey, I'm calling that we should play sides, and then they say, okay, and now we're playing sides, and now they know. And then I don't get defensive breakdowns because the game understands that I'm not playing man, I'm playing zone, and then it's not a problem anymore. My team grade shouldn't be affected because I'm playing smart defense. Does that make sense? So those are things that I think are so easily fixable. It's not even an option in the game. That is a problem, and I think that needs to be fixed. At number 4, things need to go by faster and much faster. Okay, so something that 2K, I believe 15, 16, and 17 all did. Let's say there was a ball that went out of bounds. Immediately the game cut, and now we're back into a pass the ball in situation immediately. Like the game cut into that. This year, if I throw the ball out of bounds, my center has to run, even if he's on the other side of the court, he has to run all the way to the ball, set up, and pass it in. That can actually take 10 seconds to pull off. What a waste of time. Let's make things faster. Let's cut it up. The moment the ball goes out of bounds, cut, and we're already in a passing situation. That's a lot of things that could happen like that. Animations where if I foul someone, they're on the floor and they're laying down there for half an hour. No, immediately cut it. Let's get things moving already, 2K. The games can last a long time. This would increase the speed at least a fifth of the speed, I feel like. Another situation I think is a big problem is when the game ends. I get that they're showing you your progression, your badge progression, your attribute upgrades, your rep situation, how much VC you got. I get it. It doesn't need to take that long, and then it doesn't need to take that long for a game to start up again. Like, when a game ends, show me quickly, and then next game, let's go. And just constant. Don't make me wait so long. Don't make me wait for half an hour just to start a game going. Another problem that shouldn't even exist, and things can go by so much faster if you just fix that immediately. Please, 2K. Okay, at number 3, in my opinion, we need matchmaking for Park. Listen, I get that people like Park how it is. I actually understand people. That's okay. I'm not saying remove Park. How it is right now, I'm okay with, as long as they make those fixes I just mentioned earlier. But as you have matchmaking for Rec 5v5, and as you have matchmaking for Pro-Am 3v3, do matchmaking for Park. Make it an option. Listen, man. Sometimes I only get an hour to play. I gotta make videos. I gotta hang out with the fiance. I gotta go hang out with friends sometimes, family.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
And I got stuff to do sometimes. Sometimes I only get like an hour to play. And I want to play Park. I don't want to play sweaty Pro-Am and none of my friends are online. If I want to play with just people who I kind of play with sometimes, quickly in matchmaking, let me do that. I don't want to play against Elite 2s all the time. I don't want to have to wait half an hour. Let me just go into like a little, I don't know, room, building. It's quick Park 3v3 matchmaking. If I'm an All-Star 3, let me play against All-Star 3s. Put it like that. It really isn't that hard to pull off. It's super simple. It's quick. There's matchmaking and it's fun for everybody. And I think that would be the most popular game mode in the game. In my opinion, that'd be the way to play this game. That's how I feel about it. I know maybe a lot of you are really like, no, how it is perfect. Maybe it is. How I feel, this needs to exist. And when it comes to matchmaking, there needs to be ranked for 3v3 Park. Ranked is so important. I know Pro-Am already exists, I get that, but they should also have ranked for 3v3 matchmaking Park, for example, in my opinion. At number 2, this one should be obvious. Fix everything. Why? Actually, I'll talk about this one quickly. Why does the train station not work? For 3 years now. Are you kidding me, 2K? It has been 3 years, and if I go to the train station to enter a new park, it doesn't work? I can't play any games? Why? It's been 3 years. Fix that. That should be, listen, I get that I'm not a programmer. I get that I don't make games. That cannot be that hard to fix. Like, come on now. So that needs to be fixed immediately. That's such a good idea. I don't have to, I shouldn't have to go to Annie-Up, or I shouldn't have to go to Daily Spin just so that I can get a new park. And then my teammates are like, oh, I want to, let me do my Daily Spin real quick. And then I have to wait literally 15 minutes because of course there's a line for Daily Spin for no reason. Come on, 2K, like, just fix train station. Same thing with my park. I want to play with my friends one-on-one sometimes. I should not have to have an hour session of trying to figure out why my friends can't come into my park, my court, sorry. I should let my friends be able to come into my court whenever I want easily, like immediately just come in. It should not be a big hassle. I shouldn't have to look up YouTube videos to see why I can't put them in. Just let it work. It's an easy concept. So many games can do it who are much cheaper than your game. You should be able to pull it off too. Please fix that. And finally, at number 1, is a new neighborhood. That's ridiculous that I even have to ask for this, but you've already filled us. You gave us the same neighborhood as last year. Now, I'm asking for 2 things. First, I'm asking just change it. Don't give me the same one as last year. Please don't, please. Like, I actually don't know if I'll play the game again if you guys don't change the neighborhood. Like, come on. Which I'm confident they will. A lot of people are begging for affiliations to come back, sunset flyers, all that stuff. I get it, and I'm not opposed to it. Like 3 new parks, they all can look really sick. I think that we're all limiting ourselves pretty hard. In my opinion, I think that's thinking small. This is a new generation. Things look so much better. There's no more excuses of, oh, we can't add too many things because the game won't run well. That's not an excuse anymore. Like the PlayStation 5 has made sure that that's not a problem anymore. This is what 2K should do. They make not a neighborhood anymore, a city. You have an entire, or an island, an entire island that is just for basketball for 2K. You can have maybe 3 sides of the island that are different affiliations. So you can have 3 courts or 3 neighborhoods in that island. You have roads where I can maybe get a car or a skateboard or a hoverboard or anything like that, and I can drive over to any neighborhood I want to or any part of the island I want to. It'd be cool to be right next to the beach of the island to see that while playing. That'd be sick. Why is that not even an option? That should be an option, and I think they could totally do it. I hope they do something like that. Not only that, there should be maybe an underground secret court that only like the elites can play in, or maybe there's one in the sky that only people who are elites can play in. Maybe you can get a helicopter. Like, I know you're all thinking, what, so GTA? Yeah, something like Vice City? That'd be sick. Why is that not an option? Why can't we do that? That's totally doable. And then to not make it, I know a lot of you are like, I don't want to have to take forever to get somewhere. You can have quick travel, fast travel, and there it makes everything simpler. Why not? This is a video game. Let's have fun with it. This is doable. 2K, don't let me down. This is something that absolutely needs to be done, in my opinion. Okay, that is my wish list for park stuff for NBA 2K21. Do you guys agree or disagree? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like this channel, give it a sub. And I'll see you guys next time.